What's up, guys? Welcome to Grease Lightning Reactions. I'm going to be making a very quick and brief, I hope, video on just my thoughts and potentially some things I'm going to be watching next season. It's pretty much around the corner. Yeah, look at that. Some of the things are about to air in a week. So I'd like to get this out now, just so I can kind of give you guys an update on where I'm at. What things are shaping up to be, and maybe get a few suggestions for next season. So what we're going to do is do a somewhat quick, brief run through of things. I'll briefly talk about some of the shows and things that I've heard about it, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so if you guys haven't been a part of this before, okay, so usually this first one, you see the check marks and the check mark and the question mark at the bottom of each of these, the bottom right hand corner of each of these shows. That kind of like the check mark usually means it's usually green, but it's treating it like a green screen. But a check mark means I'm probably going to react to it. Yellow means I'm probably going to watch it on my own, and then red means I'm probably not going to be watching it. So we're going to start with, obviously, everyone should be watching Demon Slayer. If you guys haven't already, I know a lot of people hate what's popular, and this is like maybe the most successful anime like ever, like as like a one-shot thing. It's been insane, and I went to go see Mugen Train, and it lived up to everything that I hoped it would be. You know, UFO Table was already my one of my favorite top three my studios ever, and then they picked up a mainstream series, something that's not Fate. You know, because before they were really mainly known for Fate, as well as, oh geez, what's the name of those? Oh geez, I'm gonna freaking let's see. What were those called? Why can't I remember? I watched a bunch of them. Kara no Kyokai, yeah. Kara no Kyokai. So that's another one of those series that were amazing, but people didn't really watch. But now they're well known, and I'm sure people will be keeping an eye out for them. So I think this is not airing until December, so it's going to be a little while. I think first episode's December 7th, so don't anticipate this too quickly. That's why there's no airing in a few days listed. Mushoko Tensai, this is the second season. I enjoyed the first season. It was a little bit more of a slow burn, and I really enjoyed watching it on my own. I do think it's a really nice series. It's a little bit more realistic in some parts, because it maybe not more realistic, but it really explains things in a believable way about how an isekai would kind of work, and it's really hard to explain. Basically, the stories of a kid a guy being reincarnated in a new world, but starting as a baby, and then growing up. I think he's like a teen at this point, and the very real connotations, what kinds of things you'd have to grow up with, in a completely new world, but still having the brain of an adult. And there's some really creepy stuff that you basically have to ignore, and it kind of goes away completely after the first few episodes. Just be warned. Otherwise, this show looked amazing. Did the studio change? Studio Bind, was that the one? No, it's the same one. The animation's gorgeous, so I expect it to continue to be gorgeous. So if you want any isekai that's actually pretty good, I know there's an ecchi tag here. That's the kind of stuff. Let's just say an adult brain, an actually fully grown adult in a child's brain is not good. Let's just say that it's not good. But the other parts of the series are very interesting, fun to watch. So I'll also say that. Next, Komi-san. I know a lot of people are really looking forward to this series. It has to do with a girl that is really, really socially anxious, I believe. That's the gist of what I get from it. It's really popular. It's got a very unique art style. I really liked how they stylized it. I watched the trailer for this one, and I've actually seen this manga in my local library a few times, and I've been meaning to read it. But now that it has a series, I'm just gonna wait for it. So I'll just read the synopsis for this one. So, timid Tadano is a total wallflower, and that's just the way he likes it. But all that changes when he finds himself alone in a classroom on the first day of high school with the legendary Komi. He quickly realizes she isn't aloof, she's just super awkward. Now he's made it his mission to help her on her quest to make 100 friends. So, just from looking at the synopsis, it really looks like a wholesome show, and I think it's supposed to be comedic as well. Yeah, it's this comedy, romance, and slice of life. So this is very popular as far as the manga is concerned. So I have high hopes for this. We'll see how it goes. I'm planning on reacting to that one. Jojos. If you're not watching Jojos, watch Jojos. I say that every single time. I waited forever to get a Stone Ocean announcement. Part 5, the more I think about it, I think Part 5 might actually be my favorite JoJo so far, which is kind of weird to say because Joseph is still my favorite Joestar, but just looking back at the quality of Part 5, I think the more I kind of simmer on it, the better it feels when I look back on it. So, my most recent memory of JoJo is so good, so fantastic, like 10 out of 10. I was like so happy watching that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how Jolene fares. So here we go. Stone Ocean, and then right after Stone Ocean, isn't right out? Yeah, it's Part 7, which we're all waiting for. Okay, anyways. And then we have Platinum End. Platinum End is by the same creator that wrote Andrew, or one or the other, Death Note. So obviously very, very high hopes for this one. I've never read the source material. I've heard there's some ups and downs with it, but I love Death Note. I love Mind Games. I think though that story was so well written that if there's a few quirks here and there, like the second half of Death Note, like really like kind of starts to have a few holes here and there, and the writing starts getting a little bit worse. But the premise was so great that initially and everything was like making so much sense, and I just love like super smart characters because like my favorite character of all time for a long time was Lelouch, and then Light is amazing as well, and then L, obviously the best like counterpart to like a main character like almost ever. So for this one, as his classmates celebrate their middle school graduation, troubled Mirai is mired in darkness. But his battle is just beginning when he receives some salvation from above in the form of an angel. Now Mirai is pitted against 12 other chosen humans in a battle in which the winner becomes the next god of the world. Mirai has an angel in his corner, but he may need to become a devil to survive. So very reminiscent of like Ryuk and Light, having, instead of a devil in your corner, having an angel in your corner. And this seems like a more of like a power-based fantasy. I don't know anything really about it, so I might be completely off on the power fantasy side of things. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one just because, psychological mystery drama. I mean, there's romance at the end, but those first 3 tags, I ate that up. Okay. Second curve 8686. I was really high on this series at the beginning. I think I may have been one of the few people that like actually didn't really enjoy the second part of things too much. When it became more somber, I get the tone that they were going for, but I don't know. There's something weird about it that it didn't sit right with me. I'm gonna continue watching it, but this is another one of those that I felt I enjoyed more if I like just watched on my own. So I'm gonna continue doing that. But I really enjoyed the premise. It's basically this high society group of people, and there's they all look the same. They have silver hair, and they have different districts outside of this main city and everything. And there's one district where the 8686 are, and it's I'm not going to spoil too much because the premise of what's going on is really like, as you discover this through the main heroine here, is really some of the enjoyment you gain from this series, but you kind of find out that things aren't as rosy as the society kind of makes it out to be. Let's just say that. yeah, let's leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it there. I know a lot of people really like this series, and I did enjoy it. I just kind of petered off more than others. I think for most people it was like going up, like in this direction. Mine was like this. It was like down. Oh, okay, and then mine went down again a little bit. But good series. I would say it's a good series. I don't know anything about this one. Miraichan. All of a sudden, a girl is able to see grotesque monsters all around her, but no one else can. Rather than trying to run away or face them, she instead musters all of her courage and ignores them, enjoying her day-to-day life as she keeps up her best poker face despite the supernatural going on. Excuse me. Number 5 in Studio Passion. Studio Passion. I like the studio. They've done some pretty good comedy / romance slice of life type stuff. That might be something I end up watching on my own. Okay. I have to like react to at least the first part of this because this is by Madhouse Mappa. Two of my favorite. Like here's my hierarchy. Like even before like Demon Slayer, UFO Table was my number 1 just because of how they handled Fate. And then number 2 was like Madhouse. Actually, I think Madhouse, then UFO Table, and then I actually had Kyoto Animation right below that. But right below Kyoto Animation, I had Mappa, but Mappa has climbed to the point where Mappa is above Kyoto Ani for me now. So my like number 1 and number 3 favorite studios working together on a music series? Sure, I will watch that. The music composition formed a dwelling power in the girl, a legendary opera, a magnificent composition created in the past, a new life, music art imbued with the score. An ephemeral, beautiful, and fateful tale of girls fighting with the power of musical scores in a world where music has been forgotten. They just aim for the delight that lies beyond. Tact OP connects music to tomorrow. Very, like, hard to tell what the hell this series is about, but just based on the pedigree of who's behind this, I'm going to watch this. Okay. Senkai Saiko no Ansatsusha. Sekai Saikyo no Ansatsusha. So, like, the world's greatest assassin. Isekai Kizoku ni Tensai suru. I don't know what the rest of that means. But the world's greatest assassin something. Okay. The greatest assassin on Earth knew only how to live as a tool for his employers until they stopped letting him live. Reborn by the grace of a goddess into a world of swords and sorcery, he's offered a chance to do things differently this time around. But there's a catch. He has to eliminate a super powerful hero who will bring about the end of the world unless he is stopped. Now known as La Tao Day, the master assassin certainly has his hands full, particularly because of all the beautiful girls he constantly surrounds himself, who constantly surround him. Liu may have been an incomparable killer, but now how will he fare against foes with powerful magic? Apologies. That doesn't sound fantastic to me. It's, I don't know, an assassin, new world, but like the twist is basically the villain is the main character, or like an assassin killing a hero? I don't know. Shumatsu no Harem. I actually know about this series. Apparently this is like basically an H series, an adult series, let's call it, and for some reason it's being adapted into an anime, which I don't understand. We're just gonna skip past it. I'm assuming major censorship. Okay. Let's see. Saihate no Paladin, children's playground entertainment. In the ruined city of the dead, far from human civilization, lives a single human child named Will. He is raised by 3 undead: Blood, the heroic skeleton warrior; Mary, the ladylike mummy priestess; and Gus, the crotchety ghost wizard. The 3 of them teach the boy what they know and pour their love into him. One day, the boy begins to wonder, who am I? Will uncovers the mysteries of the undead hidden in the faraway land. He learns of the love and the mercy of good gods, as well as the paranoia and madness of evil gods. And once he learns it all, the boy embarks on the path to become a paladin. That could be interesting. I'm going to give this a maybe watch. The premise sounds interesting. How many more are there, actually? I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, not too many. I should speed through some of these actually. Okay, a really long title here. Shin no nakama janai to yusha no party wo odosareta no de henkyo de slow life suru koto ni shimashita. What the heck? I have no idea. Odosarete sareta no de henkyo de. I have no. Nakama's in there. Nakama janai. Shin no nakama janai. Toyusha. Something about the heroes and not being not being a friend. Anyways, a heroic and mighty adventurer dreams of opening a pharmacy. Red was once a member of Hero's Party, a powerful group destined to save the world from the evil forces of Taraxon, the raging demon lord. Doesn't tell one of his comrades kicked him out, hoping to live the easy life on frontier. Okay, new world, trying to open a pharmacy. There's a million shows like this. Okay, there's a cafe in a new world. There's like you've seen stuff like this. So hard pass from me. Here we go. Bam. Slice of life romance series. Very interesting art style. Don't know what to make of that. I'm gonna keep moving. Visual Prison. Interesting name. A1 Pictures. In the anime, vampires perform visual kei music and gather together in Harajuku in an event known as Visual Prison under a red moon once a year, performing visual kei songs to entrance an audience and offer the best songs of the red moon above. Sounds like an idol type show. You know the rest of these? Say it like Madhouse. Kyukati Tsugoshino. A vampire hunter learns of a mansion inhabited by a vampire who's rumored to have kidnapped children and goes there intending to take him down. But it turns out that the vampire is a wimp who keeps turning into ash at the smallest things. That the kids aren't being held captive; they're just using the haunted house as their personal playground. I could react to this. If it's a comedy series by Madhouse, I can see myself watching that and having some fun. Blade Runner, Black Lotus. Just to keep things brief. I mean, I gotta watch Lupin the Third at some point. I'm just gonna scroll through the rest of these and just kind of see if there's anything else that kind of catches my eye. Let me real quick change it so that it will not hide the ones I already said no to. Because I did browse this real quick and I might have said no. Okay, World Trigger. I've never watched World Trigger, so I said no to that. This is another second season. Ooh, this got moved. Ooh. There we go. I don't know why I said no to this. Yeah, I mean most of the ones I had already marked were just kind of like second seasons I'd never heard of. Let's see. I don't really watch shorts. And then leftovers. Nothing that I'm watching is gonna be there. Okay, so we have a Jujutsu Kaisen movie coming out. It's 0, so I assume that this is like a flashback Utah. Oh, so isn't Utah like one of the guys that I'm not gonna read the synopsis because I just want to watch it and experience it. But like, was Utah the senior that they keep referring to but never actually shows up? Anyways, definitely gonna watch that. I love Jujutsu Kaisen. Sword Art Online progress. Okay, so this is Sword Art when they finally go back to Sword Art Online. That should be interesting. That might be something I check out for sure. Let's give a maybe. Let's give a yes. Not really sure about any of these films. Blue Period is an OVA? Okay, we're watching. I've heard really good things about this. The studious Yatora leaves a dry life of study and good manners behind for a new passion, painting, but untethering himself from your past expectations is dangerous as well as thrilling. The anime received an early premiere on Netflix on the 25th of September. Oh, the premiere's already out today. Okay, today. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about doing a reaction to this. I love Star Wars, but I'm sure this is going to be like a mixed bag. Maybe. I'm definitely going to end up watching it, but like, I'll probably watch it on my own, probably. You know, most of you guys have probably already watched it. Anything else? Anything else? Baki. Interesting. Okay. Super Crooks by Bones. One last heist. That's what they all say, right? Just one final score, everyone can retire and take up fishing. Thing is, the jails are filled with supervillains who thought that same thing and got busted. But the Heat's in a jam. He's run up the kind of gambling debt that if he can't pay it back in cash, will be paid in blood. Especially his biggest fan, Johnny Bolt. Johnny's got a plan to help the Heat and make all of his buddies disgustingly rich at the same time. Fortunately for Johnny's recruits, they have to head to Spain and rob the world's most notorious supervillain blind. That's where things get tricky. If you guys let me know when this is like mid-season, but I will keep my eye out on that one. And it's by Bones? That's what caught my eye. I was like, Bones? Okay. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. 6. And Raw as a movie. And then 7 for the Bones one, basically. Oh, so 7 for Blue Period and then 8 for Bones. Okay, that's 8 series. I don't know how many I'll be sticking to. As you guys know, with residency, it's been hard. I'm finally not working 13 hours a week. 13 hours a day, and not having 24-hour shifts and night shifts and having to sleep during the day. You know, I don't have that anymore for about a couple months. So I'll be able to stay, like, caught up for a while, but we'll see how long that lasts. And then, you know, out of necessity, I have to drop shows because it's already super difficult to keep up with what I'm trying to do right now. So, anyways, no promises on any of this, but I thought I'd give you guys a heads up. Let me know your thoughts. Did I skip anything? I know at the end I got a little impatient and kind of like browsed through some stuff, but I didn't want to make this when I do this properly and I do a bunch of research and everything, it's like an hour minimum. I just don't have time for that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Agree with what I said? Are there series that I think might be good that aren't good? Are there series that you really want to highlight? Just let me know in the comments. And that's going to do it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.